Hey, what's up? It's Scott the Frozen Gamer. It's another hot and rainy day here in Minnesota. Now, if the weather was nice right now, I'd totally be at one of our many glorious lake beaches lying down playing High Tide by Marceline Leiman, published by Underdog Games. So, like always, I never take any money for any of my videos, but here is how I got a copy of this game. Marceline put out a post on social media if anyone wanted to cover High Tide before Gen Con. I have been interested in the game since I first saw her post about it. So I jumped at the opportunity and Marceline got me in touch with Underdog Games and I got the review copy. And in no way will this influence my final review of the game at all. Now that I pulled back the curtain, let's dive in and learn how to play High Tide. Hopefully that will be my last beachy pun of the day. So before setup, the first thing that you and your opponent have to decide is who is going to be blue and who will be pink. Yellow is always neutral. Once that is decided, grab one yellow piece and put it in the center of the table. Then take two more yellow, pink, and blue tiles and put them in the bag. Randomly take them out and put them around our center tile until the center tile is completely surrounded. Then take all of the rest of the tiles and place them in the bag and put them around all the other tiles, making an outer ring. Put the 5 glass beads next to the board. And just like that, we are ready to play High Tide. The object of High Tide is to have the most pieces showing on top from a bird's eye view down when the round ends. The round ends when one player can no longer play any pieces they are allowed to move. The first player to win 3 rounds wins. Whoever went to the beach most recently will be the first player in the first round of the game. Obviously, looking at my pasty skin, I will never be the first player. On your turn, you can move one of your colored pieces or the neutral yellow pieces. If you can move a tile, you must move it. There is no passing in this game. You keep taking turns moving a piece until one person can no longer do so. Moving pieces is very simple. There's only a few rules about it. The first rule is you have to move one of your tiles or a neutral tile onto another adjacent tile or stack of tiles so that the piece you just moved is higher than where it started when you grabbed that piece. So you can move like this, you could move like this, but you couldn't do this where you are on the same level as where you started, or something like this where you drop a level. The next movement rule is that you need to have 2 adjacent sides of the piece you are moving that aren't touching another tile when you grab that piece. So I can move this one since there are 2 adjacent sides here, but I can't move this one because there are not 2 adjacent sides that are free from other tiles. Rule 3 is you can only move the topmost tile. So if there is a stack of tiles, I can't take a tile below another tile. Rule 4, the board of tiles has to stay connected as one solid whole, meaning that you can't split the board into 2 separate sections. So I wouldn't be able to move this tile because that would break the rules by splitting up the board into 2. Once nobody is able to move anymore, count the tiles from above. Whoever has the most tiles showing, blue or pink, wins that round, and they get to take 1 water bead to show that. Now, if it's a tie from the top, whoever's piece is on the highest stack wins the round and gets to take a water bead. And if they're both tied on the top stack, then it's whoever played last wins the round and gets the water bead. Then set up the board again, and the player who just lost the last round will go first this time. Keep playing rounds until somebody wins the best 3 out of 5. And they have won the whole game of High Tide. Now let's jump back to the guy without a tan, I'm talking about myself here, to see my thoughts on the game. Hey everyone, what's up? Let's talk about what I think of the game. I really like it. That's the review. So first of all, let's talk about the pieces. First, the cloth bag is very nice. It says High Tide on it. The pieces are really nice. They're double-sided, so the picture is on both sides. I think these are colorblind friendly colors, the green, that kind of teal, aqua, yellow, and pink, I believe are colorblind friendly. But even if not, they all have their own unique picture on them. So starfish, the spiral seashell, and then the more clam-like shell on the blue ones. So it's very easy to tell apart. And then we got, of course, the glass beads, which are nice for the water. They didn't need to be that. They could have just been cubes, but this is a nice addition to make them glass and water-like. And that's just one whole thing that's nice about this game in general, is that it's an abstract game. It's a pure abstract game. And it could have been themeless. But Marceline put on this nice little high tide, this water theme to it. And it just makes it like that much more cute. It makes it like just, I don't know if I would play this game if it didn't have this theme on it, to be honest. And I like the game. I just don't think I would have ever been attracted to it to even want to try it. And when I saw Marceline get this ready for like one of the indie game nights, and she hand stamped all of these pieces back when she first produced it, that was like, I thought that was, it looked great. It just looked great looking at it. It was just a genius move by her. So production, really, really nice of the game. And it comes in this nice little box, and the box is little. And this game is such a good travel game. You could literally play this on the beach as long as you don't mind getting a little bit of sand inside your box, because the pieces won't get ruined. They won't get lost. This is the smallest piece in the game, is the little water pieces, and those are about the size of a nickel. So not going to get lost on a towel. You could play this easily on an airplane. I believe this, when it's fully set up, it would fit on an airplane tray. You could pretty much bring this anywhere, any time you go out to a restaurant or bar, wherever you like to play games outside of the house. It's very, very portable. And as far as gameplay goes, I found it to be, when I first saw the game, I was really interested in it, but I was like, oh, this is going to be like kind of a simple abstract game. For me, it wasn't simple. I played my son a bunch of times, and he beat me. He's 8 years old, and I was trying. Because at first I thought, okay, if I take my piece, if I'm blue, and I cover up a pink piece on my turn, so my blue's on top, I was like, oh, that's great. This is going to work out perfectly, because now they're completely blocked. But then he would just move his other pink piece or a yellow piece on top of mine, and now I'm locked in just as much as he was. Then I was like, okay, well, maybe instead of using my piece to cover it, I'll keep my pieces down low so I can move them later in the round, and I'll cover it with a yellow piece. And then what he did was he would just take off the yellow piece and eventually cover up one of my blue pieces on a higher stack. So then I'm trapped again. And then I was like, okay, well, I'm just going to cover my own blue piece with my blue piece. And that way I can later take this off and cover his up with my piece, and then have this piece reappear at the bottom. And then he figured out a way that he could cut off the board so I couldn't move him anymore, because if I could move him, I'd have to split the board into two. And I just kept losing, and I couldn't believe it. And this game, it's hard. It's hard. It's a hard abstract game that's super, super simple to learn. I mean, you saw the rules. There's barely any rules. So I really enjoyed it. Now, I do enjoy abstract games. I sounded like a little iffy there, and I paused because I enjoy them to a degree. I like quick ones like this, and I like ones with a lot of theme to them, if they have a lot of theme. So this one, I mean, the theme, as I said, it could be played without the beach theme to it. This just added a little charm to the game, a little cuteness to the game. But it's so quick that I enjoy it. It's just a quick game. It's not like playing a big, heavy, abstract game that's going to take a long time with a huge board and huge setup and all sorts of, or even not a huge setup, but just a big board and that's wieldy. And this is so quick. And even if you don't want to play the best 3 out of 5, you could play one game and just call it and say, hey, whoever wins this one wins. So I really, 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 really enjoyed it. If you don't like abstract games at all, then probably not going to be one that you're going to love, just because it is very abstract. I mean, abstracts usually come across in trying to get pieces across the board or lining pieces up like Connect 4. This one, you're just trying to get pieces on the top of a stack and then and that's, you know, have the most pieces on the top of the stack. So, I mean, that's pretty abstract of what you're trying to do in the game. It's not like there's like a mission that you're trying to do. You're just trying to get your piece on the top of a stack. So if you're not into that, you're not going to like the game probably. If you're somewhat interested in abstract games, or you like abstract games in general, give this one a try for sure, because again, even if you're not like 100% confident if you'll like it, it's not going to be a high selling, you know, it's not going to be a $50 game, and it's quick. So even if you don't like it, it's quick. You're going to be done with it quick. Again, if you like them, if you like abstracts, 100% get this. It's so thinky in such a small, simple form. I really think it was a really well-designed game by Marceline. And again, that's my 100% honest opinion on this. I really believe that. So that's it. I'll see you next time. Peace and stay cool.